Eukaryotic translation. Translation is the synthesis of a protein from an mRNA template strand using mRNA codons. The mRNA with codons attached is approached by the small ribosomal subunit. The small subunit attaches to the mRNA's methylated cap and moves along the mRNA to the start codon for initiation to begin. Attachment of amino acid to tRNA. The amino acid and the ATP approach the enzyme. They bind to their specific sites on the enzyme. ATP loses two phosphate groups and binds to the amino acid as AMP. tRNA approaches. When tRNA binds, the AMP gets released. The tRNA then binds to the amino acid and gets released from the enzyme. It is now ready for initiation. A tRNA molecule with an amino acid attached approaches the mRNA template strand. The tRNA's anticodon is complementary to the start codon on the mRNA template strand. The start codon, AUG, codes for the amino acid methionine. The large ribosomal subunit then approaches. It now binds to the template mRNA strand to create the P site and the A site. Another tRNA complementary to the next codon then approaches. The second tRNA attaches to its complementary codon at the A site. The first tRNA dissociates. Methionine is transferred to the A site amino acid and begins to form the polypeptide chain. This is known as elongation. The ribosome continues to move along the mRNA strand, and the next tRNA enters the A site. The growing peptide is continually transferred from the P site tRNA to the A site tRNA. The movement of tRNA from the A site to the P site and finally to the E site is known as translocation. Termination. Elongation continues until a stop codon encounters the A site of the ribosome. Instead of tRNA entering the ribosome, a release factor is triggered. This binds to the A site and terminates translation. The polypeptide chain is hydrolysed, and the chain exits the ribosome. The translation complex dissociates and the ribosomal parts can be used in the translation of another mRNA strand. The end product of translation is a polypeptide chain of amino acids called a protein. The amino acids correspond to the mRNA codons, as can be seen in the following table.